Zhang Xinmin holds a master's degree in engineering and is a 1986 graduate of Wuhan University. Is that correct? Wuhan University? Wuhan University of Technology. I wanted to clarify that. He was a lecturer in materials science and doing teaching and research at the Beijing Graduate School of Wuhan Technology University. He was a senior engineer at the China New Building Materials Corporation, and I'm checking with him on each of these because I'm working off of my poor translation of his outstanding resume. He was also senior engineer at China Building Materials Academy, engaged in scientific research and international technical exchange and cooperation. He was a vice researcher with the Zhongguancun Science Park Administrative Committee. He was the recipient of a Sino-British Friendship Scholarship to the United Kingdom and was a visiting scholar at Sheffield University. So you can tell already his English must be better than my Chinese. And he was also a recipient of a state scholarship to the US and was a visiting scholar at the University of Missouri. He has served as liaison officer for Zhongguancun in Amsterdam and in London, so he isn't just sitting here in China and representing Zhongguancun. He's also been an ambassador for China's Silicon Valley overseas as well. So welcome, Zhang Zong. Thank you for joining us today. Can you give, for those of us here, and most particularly for those who are watching, can you give a little background on the Zhongguancun Technology Park, maybe how it developed and the role that it plays?
As you may know, Zhongguancun is a high-tech zone, and it was established in 1988, wow. And original name called Beijing Beijing High-Tech Zone for the Beijing, original name at Beijing Experimental Zone for the new high-tech development. Okay, from 1998 we have running from about 22 years, and in 1999 China central government ordered to speed up the development of China's high-tech industry and change the name to the Zhongguancun Science Park, and right now we call this name. And in these areas we have totally about 20,000 high-tech companies registered with this park, and we have 39 universities and 140 research institutes at national level, and we also have 10 sectors components of science park. Main part located in Haidian, and the other nine sectors surrounding the Beijing downtown areas, like Electronic City and Yizhuang and southeast and something like that. Okay, so this administration is affiliated to the Beijing municipal government, and the main task is to manage this science park. We got total 232 square kilometers. It's quite big. We should call this science city, not science park. It's normally in abroad. Science park is quite small and affiliated to the university. And in this area, we not only have the science park affiliated to the university, but also the high-tech zones and manufacturing line, something like that. Okay, so it's combined the research, development, and manufacture together.
We have a growing number of international companies coming to China to do business, international technology companies. Many of them are located in the high-tech zone, in the Z-Parks. Yeah. But something that has happened in the last several years is that China's, or particularly Beijing's development and Beijing's real estate development has made it possible for foreign companies to choose from places all around the city. I mean, there's more choices now than there were 10 years ago or even 15 years ago for high technology companies who want good infrastructure and who want a first-rate building. As Beijing changes, what is Z-Parks doing? What is Zhongguancun Z-Parks doing to maintain its higher level of service to foreign companies and to Chinese companies as more real estate comes online?
Oh, as you may know, Beijing real estate property is quite high. The price is quite high. But Zhongguancun Science Park, the main business focus on research and development. The biggest resource is talent. So the high-tech company need to hire talent with high quality. So most of them from universities and also from the leading universities. If you run the business with high-tech technology, you need to hire employee for the high-quality talents. So the cost, and you just mentioned Beijing, the cost is quite high than other areas. But the environment, total environment, not only the human resources the cost, but also the human talents and information resources. This is the advantage of Zhongguancun Science Park.
So, in addition to, for example, leasing space to companies, do you provide them other services by, for example, helping them find talent, helping them set their infrastructure up? What other sorts of value do you provide to technology companies?
In this park, we have about 2 to 40 incubators. That is for startup business. In these incubators, we do provide some space for the startup company with a certain time free space for them to start up their business. And also we provide some subsidy for the startup business. That depends on your project, something like that.
If I can imagine that you would make those incubators and those subsidies available to Chinese entrepreneurs, but what I'm finding is there's a growing number of young foreigners who come to China, who maybe teach English or they spend some other time here, and then they have an idea themselves to start a company. They don't want to go back to the United States or to Europe to start their companies. They would like to do it here because there's so much talent, as you point out. There's so much exciting research going on. Does Zhongguancun Z-Parks make incubator and subsidy services available to young foreign entrepreneurs, or is it really something that is designed to encourage young Chinese entrepreneurs?
Right now, we don't have special incubators for the foreign startup business, but we do have some special policies for foreign investment.
One of the things that people watch about China is the extent to which it encourages entrepreneurial spirit. And in international ratings, China still sort of ranks in the middle among all countries in terms of how easy or difficult it is to start a business. In the incubators, are you helping these young people go through the bureaucratic process and the licensing process to help get their business started? Is that some of the help that you provide as well?
Yes. In this incubators, we not only provide space for their settle down, but also provide some service like the registration and the law and tax service and marketing service, information service, something like that. That is helpful to the startup business.
Yeah, critical because
it's very important for startup business. Let's suppose if you start up your business, the cost, if you hire accountant, it's quite
expensive.
Quite expensive. Yeah. Okay, but the incubator can provide some service for your accounting service.
Well, and the other problem, of course, is that the sorts of young people who are starting up technology companies tend to be engineers. They're not really business people, and so they need all the business help they get. And you have people on your staff who can help them do that.
In this park, we do have some program to help the startup business to promote their business. Every month, we have business promotion fair in this park. This activity has lasted about over 10 years. It's quite useful for the young business to promote their business because, as you just say, the engineers, it's difficult to promote their business and marketing their products, something like that. But the park administration do provide some help, do have some measures to help them to do that.
We're running a little bit low on time, and we've only got, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time today. We only have a very brief discussion period. I want to give you one last chance. You're talking to a global audience right now about Zhongguancun Technology Park, and you can say it in Chinese, or you can say it in English. What is the one thing you want people to remember about Zhongguancun Technology Park?
Zhongguancun is a huge resource home of the company which want to hire the talented people and who want to get the huge information and be easy to access. Zhongguancun is home to them.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Zhang Zong. Thank you, everyone.